Alright, hey, HadesOmegaSPEC here. So we got another video for the Sur Ron Light Bee. I was planning to have another dirt bike trip when the weather gets warmer. It's still a little cool to go camping and riding, you know. The last time I went out, it was snowing and stuff, so I don't really like camping in that kind of weather. But for the next for HadesOmega's next camping trip, he'd like to go to the beach. And we're gonna go ride some dunes. You know, I haven't ridden any dunes in a while. The last time I rode dunes was on the DR650 last year at Glamis, and I just did some very light riding on the dunes. Like the dunes are just right there. I was like, hey, let's go take the DR out on the dunes, and I did, and it didn't like it at all. Didn't like it one bit. You need a lot of power, and the DR just it didn't have a whole lot of power. I'm hoping that the Light Bee, because it's light, and it's got some good torque, it'll be okay riding it on the dunes. The good thing is if we get stuck, it's really light. I can just drag it down the dune if I had to, so it's not a big deal. So, but anyway, that's what I'm planning to do in the upcoming trip. And one thing you need for the dunes is you need a flag. You need a safety flag. So that's what I got right here. HadesOmega is no stranger to the dunes. I've been riding dunes for a little while. There's no dunes around here though, around where HadesOmega lives. The closest ones is Pismo Beach, so that's where I'm planning to go. We're going to go camping there, and we'll have a good time. I'm planning to take the dirt bikes. HadesOmega doesn't have a quad anymore, so we can't ride dunes on the quad. The best machine that you would want to ride on the dunes is a quad. One that you would ride, not drive, I think like a side-by-side or like a dune buggy is great on the dunes, but HadesOmega rides quads and dirt bikes. So HadesOmega don't got a quad anymore, so you got to ride this thing. so that's why I have this doohickey right here. So this doohickey, I got this off of my old quad. I had this on the quad before. I took this off a Yamaha Raptor that I used to own. I used to own a Yamaha Raptor 250. And what this is a quick release flag mount. Basically, you just stick the flag in there and you tighten it a little bit, and it tightens it up, and then you got something to hold your flag. So this is a flag mount that I got for the KLX 140. So this one will work on the KLX 140. I know that because this was on there before. And basically, I'm gonna fabricate another one of these from this right here. It's a piece of angled aluminum. I've used it for another project. I can't remember what I used it for recently, but I know I did. It's pretty good stuff. It's already been bent like at a 90-degree angle and stuff. So that's what we're gonna use. So we're gonna make this for the Light Bee. So I've already kind of got something that we can use as a template. I have a Supermoto slider. So if you've been keeping up with HadesOmega's fabrication projects, I made some Supermoto sliders for the Sur Ron Light Bee, so we can take it to the racetrack. And that's if the bike goes down, it slides on the ground. And I have tested it, and it works. So unfortunately, but anyway, we're gonna build one of these for the Light Bee. This will not work on the Light Bee because it won't fit in the little channel, but I need this for the KLX anyways, so we got to make another one for the Light Bee, and I figured, hey, that doesn't look like it's too hard to make, so we're gonna go make one. And then the reason that you have to have a flag on the dunes is so people can see you, like they can see you from far away, and they can see you over a dune. They'll see like this little flag flopping around. They'll know somebody's there, so when they come over the dune, they don't run your ass over. So you got to have one of these if you're gonna ride on the dunes. So, and I have a couple of them too. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna go we're gonna go turn this into this, and I actually have a flag mount that you don't have to have a quick release on it, so that's the one we're gonna be using. All right, here we go. Should be easy. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is this is where I was planning to install it. Unfortunately, it's not going to work. This isn't going to work because the frame has a little channel here where this will not fit. So we have to make something that fits in here. It's going to be like a custom-made dealie. I'd imagine we are probably going to be using a smaller hole, not this big hole. I don't really know what this big hole is for. This is kind of like a universal part. It's made out of aluminum also, so I think it should be strong enough. Aluminum is a good material. It's a good enough material to use for this. It should be able to handle, because I've ridden in the dunes with this before and it works just fine. So, all right, let's get a little closer look at it. Okay, so here's what it's going to look like. It's going to be like right on here. The reason we can't actually use this. Let me take this off too, by the way. So I'll show you how this works. This is a quick release. Basically, the more you tighten it, the more it squeezes this this bolt here, because this bolt has like a bunch of slits in it, and then there's a nut that holds it onto this. We're probably not going to be using this. We're not going to be using this for the Light Bee. I have another one that will go on there just fine. So, but we could use it though. So. You want to make it so it would be compatible with this. I don't know if there's one out there that you can buy for the Light Bee already. I'm sure you could find some clever way to do it, but this is the way that I've done it in the past. I basically just see, and then that goes on top like that, and it tightens it up. Okay, so here we go. So this guy does not fit in here. See, it won't fit because it's too wide and it's too tall. It needs to be able to fit in the channel here. It won't physically fit in there. So we're gonna have to machine or cut the angle aluminum so it fits on there like that. And that's basically how it's gonna be mounted right there like that. And then the axle will hold it in. So it looks like. So we're going to use the right size hole for this. I'm saying, I think at least the one that mounts here is going to have to be, oh, you know what? We're going to have to make it, okay, we're going to have to do a little bit different. This cannot be, yeah, okay, so the block here, the adjustment block, is like, it fits in the channel like just right, just so much that this will not fit in there. It will not fit in there. So the part that's sticking out here, the 90-degree part that we need to mount the flag on, will not actually fit in this channel. So what we're gonna have to do is make something like this. So this is the Supermoto bracket slider, Supermoto axle slider that HadesOmega made. This is the HadesOmegaSPEC axle slider, and basically this goes in the channel like that, right? And this is already the right hole size. I've already done half the work for this already because we've already made this, so we could use this as something of a template. So yeah, so this is designed to mount back here, and then the adjuster block sandwiches is in there, basically. I believe we're not going to need a whatchamacallit, I believe we're not going to need the longer axle for the Supermoto, for the fender. I have a longer fender that I use with the Supermoto sliders, but it looks like we have enough. There's enough thread where we probably won't need it. We'll find out. I'll find out when we're done, because we only need one side. We don't need both sides. And I'm planning to make it for the right side. I feel that it's better on the right side because I'm probably going to swing my right leg over the bike. We're going to swing the right leg over the bike. So I would rather have the flag on the right side, so it's farther away from me when I swing my leg over the bike. All right, so we just got to make something similar to this with this. And so I'm thinking we cannot have it sticking out of this channel here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make something like this, and then once it's going to stick out past the swing arm. just enough so we can mount this guy, to mount a flag, basically. So yeah, there we go. Let's hop to it. So we've already kind of guessed how long it should be. Because the thing about the axle is it moves. So depending on like how, so we just have to make it so it's farther than this. The part that sticks out is farther than this. So. All right, here we go. Okay, so I think the first thing we should do is make sure that make sure we find out how much we have to cut off of this piece of angle aluminum. If you guys are wondering what kind of aluminum this is, if you guys want to make your own, it's a 1/8 thick, 1.5 inch by 3 feet. So this used to be 3 feet long, but it's 1.5 inches wide, basically. So the angled aluminum is 1.5, and it's 1/8 thickness. So, and I think that's about the same as this. Yeah, this one I used the metal one, a steel one. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this as a template, and we're going to cut. I'm gonna cut a little bit more than what's on here, just a little bit. So I'm gonna add maybe like 1/2 inch more to this, and I think it should be okay. Maybe an inch. We can always shorten it. Let me see. Yeah, because that just needs to stick out. Yeah, I'm just gonna say 1/2 inch. All right, so I'm gonna go measure off how much I'm gonna cut, and I'll show you. Oh, by the way, this little bracket is almost the same size. It's almost. It's a little bit smaller. So we got the right thing right here. You can find these at Lowe's and Home Depot in like the kind of do-it-yourself metal work section. Okay, so I did the measurements. The Supermoto bracket was 3 inches. It was 3 inches long, exactly. So I had cut it so it was 3 inches exactly, and then I added 1/2 inch more. So that's what that line represents, 3.5. So we're gonna cut this thing down to 3.5 inches. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start cutting it. I'm gonna cut it a little bit ahead of the black line because I made it a little short. I changed the cutting wheel to a newer one because it was getting kind of old. So it's kind of small is what I'm gonna say. All right, here goes. Okay, I got the piece cut right there. Just gonna let it cool down, and then I'll smoothen out the sides. Forgot, I didn't think it was gonna be super loud. So I got these in the middle, and you definitely want to be wearing these. Honestly, I think it would have been better if we used like a jigsaw or a sawzall. That probably would have been the better tool, but that did okay. Putting it on the vise and then holding the wheel upside down was the easiest, because then you could see where you're cutting and you could move it pretty easily at the same time. So yeah, I think that's the best way. Cut it like this, and then just turn it the other way, or yeah, rotate it. But I tried to do like the top, the back, but what worked the best was coming up underneath like this, the last part I did. Okay, so there's our piece cut. I'm gonna go clean it up. Okay, I've cleaned it up a little bit with the Dremel and stuff. It could use a little more finishing, but that's a good rough draft right there. Alright, so remember this is 3.5 inches. Now what we're gonna have to do is chop some of the top off so this will fit in the channel. So I'm gonna use this as a guide to help me cut. So basically I'm gonna stencil this down here. It looks like we're cutting like a 2/3 of half an inch. Man, here let's do it in millimeters. We're cutting off like 7 or 8 millimeters. So 7 or 8 millimeters we got to chop off from the top. Okay, so we're gonna start my mark right here. You know what I didn't realize? We got to start from down here. We can't go on top like that. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave a mark. Oh yeah, we can hold it on the back. Duh. Yo, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's just do this. Okay, I'm gonna hold these together pretty square, right? Okay, then we're going to make a line. So basically we got to make that line disappear, and I'm just going to continue drawing that line. Okay, so I just used the ruler to make that line longer. So that's the line we got to cut. So we're going to cut that off. Hopefully it's pretty close. If it's too big, we can grind it a little bit so it'll fit in the channel. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and cut. Ow, my hand is getting pelted by metal. let me get a glove. I'm afraid I'm gonna get metal stuck in my hands. Okay, there it is. I dipped it in some water to cool it off. I'm just going to clean some of this kind of rough parts. For the most part, it cut pretty well. It would kind of get hung up sometimes. I tried to stop and zoom the camera in, and that's where I made a mistake. Once you start making your cut, keep on going, because it's going to be hard to get it back in there. But yeah, there it is. And I'll make a measurement so you guys, if anybody of you want to make this plate, you could make it yourself. All right. Okay, whoopsha! There it is, man. So it doesn't look like it's very straight cut. It looks like it's a little wider than it is here, but just give you an idea how much that is. Let's do it in millimeters. It's about 30, almost 30. Like I want to say 29 millimeters. 29 millimeters, and 27 millimeters. Okay, so it's a little bit crooked. Let's see if it fits in the check. Okay, I just checked, and the bigger side does not fit, but the smaller side does fit. The 27. So we're gonna have to cut this down so it fits 27 inches, and then it fits in there. So I'm gonna go kind of grind it. Like I said, if it was too big, we could grind it a little bit to fit in the channel. But this is good. We can kind of massage it in there, you know. Okay, so I've shaved it down about 26 or 27 millimeter. Yeah, 27 27 including this part here. So, all right, yeah, it's 27. So as you can see, it fits in there now. Fits in the channel. So that's what we want. So it's going to wind up being something looking like that, sort of, kind of. We're probably going to want to make it like right around there or something. Because this has to actually move with the axle. We probably want it to be about the same size as the adjustment block, so about like that. And then the flag will mount right here. So, all right. It doesn't have to. We can make one here and one here, I guess. We can make different holes, but okay. So, all right. So I think that's it for tonight. I gotta get to work, but I'll pick this up tomorrow. So all that's left is we need to drill the hole for the axle. For that, we'll take the same hole that was on the whatchamacallit, the Supermoto slider, and we'll just cut it in here. We'll use that one as a template also. After this is done, I will take all the measurements down. I will write down all the measurements, or type in all the measurements in the description if you want to make it, but obviously you can watch this video and watch me make it step by step, so you'll have a kind of good idea how everything comes together. I would say we're about halfway there already. We're pretty much done. All we got to do is drill the holes, and we're done. And then after that, it's just kind of make it look nice. After that, all right. HadesOmegaSPEC out.